Welcome. We're so glad that you're here today to learn a little bit more about the role of the toddler guide in the Montessori classroom. We here at Greenspring Montessori School are inspired by these little people and all that they can learn and do. And it takes a really extraordinary person to be the guide in that classroom and to support growth that really is an explosion of learning that really is unparalleled at any other time in their lives.
From the moment the children step in the room, they're greeted. The adults are down at their eye level and greet them looking in their eyes. Saying their name is a really important part. Shaking their hand, good morning, I'm so happy you're here, and saying their name, greeting them, making them feel welcome, connecting with the child when they come in and then when they leave. Oftentimes for our youngest children, the adults, the guide and the assistant is like they're the first other adults outside of the immediate family that the child is bonding with. So it's a huge leap for that child to expand their trust to other adults in the world. So our job is one of being nurturing and calm and loving with the children.
Okay, low. Go down low.
One of the greatest gifts we can give our children is for them to understand that they matter and that their contributions in the world matter. And so our guides set up the classroom for our children to have the opportunity to actually contribute in a meaningful way to making the classroom more beautiful and taking care of it and cleaning it. And so one of the things that our children learn is that they're important. They're not an accessory. They're actually a meaningful, important part of the community that makes their community better each and every day.
We know what a 2-year-old is capable of doing, and we're allowing them the space and we're allowing them the freedom and the safety to really reach their maximum potential.
The guides in the classroom really have the opportunity to work one-on-one with each child significantly throughout the week. So we're really able to know where they are developmentally, what materials they need, what lessons they need, and really how to support them on an individual basis.
Or this one. This one? Okay, let's 2 hands. And we can take it to the table. Angel.
We use the word work instead of play for a reason. Because no matter what the child's doing at this age, they are constructing themselves. Everything they're doing is work. They're taking in the world indiscriminately. They're just taking it all in. Every experience, every sound, sight, smell, taste in the world they're taking in. And we take it seriously. We take their development seriously. And so we're giving lessons to them on how to blow their nose, how to roll up a rug, how to say please, how to say thank you. Everything is a lesson. We don't assume anything. We offer them guidance and lessons. And they practice. And that practice, they're putting forth a lot of effort. And that's an acknowledgement of that effort. That work is, in its essence, their play. That's their work. You don't see a lot of difference between a toddler when they're in the classroom and they're working and they're out in the outdoor environment, they're working. When they're on the playground and they're trying to climb up the steps to go down the slide, they're working. They're building their muscles. They're building their balance. So the guide, a big part of their work is to observe. So they're preparing the environment, they're connecting the child to the materials, and then what their job is to really step back and watch. Watch and see, what does the child go towards? What are they drawn towards? And to watch them with the materials they've given lessons on. How are they doing with that? Was it too easy? Was it too hard? Do I need to represent that lesson? Are they ready for more? And so the observation piece is key. We know the child even deeper, and then we can prepare our lessons for that child.
Every single thing in here, especially for toddlers, is a lesson. So one of the jobs of the guide is to just catch every moment where you can teach something or teach a skill. And doesn't always have to be a material that they took off of the shelf, but it could be something spilled on the floor. So how do we take care of that? Just how can we teach in that moment for them to safely and appropriately deal with that situation?
This is also good.
Yeah. We want to clean up. What should we get?
Part of the role of the guide is to create an atmosphere in the classroom where the children are really able to take risks. So they do this by creating a safe environment that has opportunities for the child to really stretch and try things that they may not be successful at. And when the child does take a risk and does actually fail, so they drop the beans all over the floor, there's no, oh no! Instead, the guide looks over and quietly says, you dropped that. Let's get it taken care of. And it's really this magical moment where the child gets to realize that it's okay for them to try new things. It's okay for them to take risks. In fact, that's the only way they're going to get to
Clean up on the clothesline. Our clothesline is very full today. Declan, we can get up here. This one's dry, so we can put that in the basket. You can hold this one here and we'll clip it on. Ready? Clip. And now we can hang up.
Their job really is to prepare the environment, to know the children really well, to know developmentally what's going on for them. And their job is to then put them in touch with the materials in the classroom so that the child is able to really develop that in concentration. Their job is to make sure that the room is set up so the child can be as independent as possible.
A lot of the times in the beginning period, we're really focused and we protect their space. So a lot of times when some of the first phrases kids come home saying are, "This is my work," because we're stopping other students from kind of intervening in other children's work so that they have the time and the space to focus on their own materials. We have work mats and we have trays, and everything has a place, so they develop this kind of sense of order that helps them. If they develop the sense of order, then they have more time to focus on really immersing themselves in the work that they're doing. And just sitting with something for longer periods of time, the work gets progressively more challenging.
This elephant is the biggest out of all of these.
So a big part of their job is naming, because they're bringing names to objects and to colors, to any of their sensory perceptions: thick, thin, long, loud, soft, and of course naming objects.
Where's the trunk? Right here. Right. Flip it over. It's upside down. It doesn't fit that way. You have to flip it over. There you go. Now the next biggest one is the blue one. Let's touch that one. Nail. Map.
On top of the paper towel.
Mug. Mat. Mop. Knock, knock. Who's there? Ant. Yes, knock, knock. Who's there?
But then also, beyond that, is having conversations with the children, and that happens throughout the morning or throughout the whole day if they're there all day, but especially it happens during the mealtime when we come together for that beautiful meal, where the children bring the tables and chairs together and set the table, and they all come together for a meal. And during that meal, the guide is joining the children right there and engaging them in conversation, learning how to take turns in a conversation. And so they do things, they tell real stories. For example, on the way to school this morning, you won't believe what I saw. I saw a fox, you know, and they start talking to the children and describing the fox, and then the children just join in naturally. So they're learning how to engage in those conversations.
Okay. Luca, Luca, jump up and down, jump up and down, jump up and down. Luca, Luca, jump up and down, and please sit down. Hudson, you want to jump? Yeah. Hudson, Hudson, jump up and down, jump up and down, jump up and down. Hudson, Hudson, jump up and down, and please sit down.
We're able to provide time and patience. You know, parents don't always have the time that we do, you know, to let a child take 10 minutes to get those shoes off and slippers on. There's no pressure, you know, like get it done, we have to leave now. So they've got that time to really practice those skills.
I'm going to close the dryer. And now we have to carry this back all the way to the classroom, okay?
The truth is, the way our children build their self-esteem, build their sense of themselves, is through worthy challenges. This is one of the most critical elements that our trained guides bring to these toddlers, is giving them the opportunity to actually go through the process themselves and build those muscles themselves and try it and fail and keep trying and persevering.
Smooth the laundry.
It takes a special human being to be willing to give children the space, the time, and really that fueling them with love to take on these challenges and to do things on their own, and to pour their heart into the environment in a way that has every child have the opportunity to be stretched in the environment every single day. And I think it's important that parents know that we're child-centered. When we say we're child-centered, we are truly putting all of our attention into the children.
I just think what we're offering here and the experience that the guides at our school have is just so beyond what a lot of other places are offering. And I know that having a traditional education background, having a master's degree in just early childhood, I don't remember in my master's degree learning so much about Montessori, but I do know there's so much embedded into what we are finding out works best for children, especially 0 to 3, 3 to 6, is what Montessori's been doing. So this is the place to be. So